Okay, my interruption for the night. Drilling out fork tubes. Okay, here's the bolt that we had to take out. I need to just lose it. Yep. It's down there. Running away from me. Alright, so the screw goes in the bottom of the tube here. You can see how this one is kind of trying to round out from being over torqued. The other one was rounded out, they tried to take out. So basically here's the bolt right here. You can see how the threads are pulled right here. Put some roll in, would be nice. There we go. Okay, this is the bolt head I drilled out. It used to be attached there. You drill it until it falls off. Then you get then the slider will separate from the leg. Then you get the bolt out with a pair of vice grips, which are right there. And then you have to beat this out of the other piece, which is not here right now. Anyway, this bolt has been over torqued so much that it stretched the bolt right here where my fingernail's at. And the threads are a little bit wider than over here. And it's also crushed the aluminum foot piece that used to be in here. So the way you get these off, you take a drill bit like this, you drill the head off, and once you drill through the head of the bolt, this part falls off. Now if you keep drilling, you screw up the fork leg, so you have to stop. So let me go over and show you what we did over here. The other one. Here's the piece that goes on the bottom of the tube inside of here. This is a mid-70s Showa, 35mm stuff. So they over tightened this so much that they crushed the aluminum, so this here I had to beat out with a hammer. It's supposed to just fall out. It didn't. And I haven't checked to see if these are bad yet, these threads in here from being over torqued, but they should be alright. Kind of mushes the end of the tube here a little bit, but oh well. So I drill it until you just hit the washer right there. So if you go past the washer, then you hit the aluminum, and then you start cutting the seal away, and then at some point you drill all the way through the fork and it's junk. So don't do that. Make sure you stop before you get that deep. So anyway, instead of trying to get the other screw out, I'm just going to drill it off like I did this one. It's easier, quicker, and less work. So this one here, you have to change out the fork tubes. He found out these fork tubes are 4 inches over, and some dumbass took out the spacer that used to be in here, just let the thing collapse 4 inches inside of here, and ran it like that. The problem is when you do that, these forks only have like 5 inches of travel, so if you have 4 inches of slop, that means you only have 1 inch of travel before it bottoms out inside the fork up in here, which is not a very good ride. So when you buy a used bike, you get all kinds of custom stuff done to it. He's been having a lot of problems because a lot of custom stuff been done. Okay, so I'm going to use my big 1/2 inch drill, which I just put someplace there. There it is right there. So I'm going to drill that one out and get this thing so I can do it. So this is my good drill. This was my junk drill. So I'm going to use the junk drill first, and I'll switch over to the good drill. That way I tear up this drill first. Okay, so let's get the camera over here so you can see what's going on. There we go, got a nice good view of my wall. It looks nice, doesn't it? Okay. Let's see here, pull that back a little bit. I didn't even have to get the torches out either, which is a miracle. Okay. Need power. So, now the reason I use a 1/2 inch drill is because they have a lot of torque, they don't turn very fast, and you can hold big drills in them. So all you dumbasses that say I need to use a smaller drill motor, screw you. Just because you can't afford a good drill doesn't mean I can. And I know how to use it. If you always put the chuck key in your chuck, you don't lose the damn thing. And I don't like that dingleberry thing hanging down the way either. Okay, this is the junk. That's the junk one. This is the one I hand sharpened. So you put it in there, you turn it until it hits. And you come in and torque it with your chuck key. And now it's in there. And now you just go in here and drill the damn thing, but don't go all the way through. So I push in my gut and I keep the rotation of my hands. You have to eyeball your alignment. And don't put too much pressure on until it gets going. I go slow because I like to go in slow and I don't burn things up. Now I'm going to put more pressure on now to cut a little better. You can hear a different load on the motor. Alright, that's far enough of that one. Okay, now we're going to blow it out. And I can't work the camera, blow it out at the same time. Air nozzle. Alright. So you can see what the drill head looks like in there. So I'm drilling through the whole head of the bolt right there. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my good drill because it'll drill in deeper. And you just keep drilling like that. You just got to make sure you hold the drill on center. So you go up and down like that, you're on center. And like I said, eventually the head of the bolt will pop off, and then you're going to hit copper, and then you're going to hit aluminum. Just make sure you stop when you hit the soft material. If you keep burning, like I said, if you keep blowing all the way through this damn thing, you're going to destroy your fork. So there will be no fixing it. Alright, so where'd my fork go? Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and change the drill bit out. I do my key. I tossed it over here someplace where I can find it. See, if somebody cleaned their work area up, you'll be able to find stuff easier. That takes a lot of work to do that. So you have to take all this stuff like this and just kind of throw it over here and where it belongs. Yeah. There. Here. There. Look how long that took. That took a lot of time and effort. That's why I don't do it all the time. Maybe I'm just lazy. Okay. Now we got a new drill in here. The new drill is different than the old drill, so don't push real hard just initially. Alright, now we can start pushing on it. We're actually pulling a chip now. Going slow. Slow is good. Slow means you haven't gone through too deep yet. Take a look at it, see what it looks like. It's looking good. So you can see how much deeper it is now than what it was. So you just keep drilling right on through until it gets in there deeper. So you can see how it's getting in there a little bit further now. So I still got about another 50 thou to go or so, it looks like, in there. So I'll give it some more. Keep sneaking up on it. So you don't want to go too deep. Comes off. That's the head of the bolt right there. Said once you pop through the end of the bolt, it just pops right off the head. Like I said, if you didn't have too much pressure on it and you back off quickly, you don't do any damage to underneath. Okay. So now back over here. Camera out of the way. Okay, so now you can see the copper washer in there where I hit the copper washer. I did not go through the copper washer, and then you can see the steel bolt head underneath it. So that means I didn't do any damage to anything. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pull the leg off here. So on these early shows, you just pull back on the slider and it pops the whole thing right back. Go ahead and kind of need both hands to do this, so move our tripod over here a little bit. So it takes longer to do it when you don't have help. Okay? If people don't like my video, too damn bad. Come help and do it myself. Okay, now you just take this tube right here and you just pull back on it. Here how it hits. So you have like a slide hammer. You go 1, 2, 3. It just popped off. You go ahead and pull this out. It's going to have a little bit of oil come out with it, but not too much probably. Keep it up in the air like it was. Gets through the boot. There we go. Okay, that came out. You can see the silicone on the bottom and the goop in here. I'm not sure what this black stuff is right here, but get over there, you can see it. Okay, so this should just slide right off. See how this one's actually trying to slide off, the other one didn't. Let's see, it's not coming off. It's also not coming off in here. So now I got to unscrew this out of here. Well, now this one's actually finger tight, it's actually is moving out. The other one I had to put vice grips on it. So we unscrew the screw here, just like that. There, once you take the load off, it unscrews. Now see, this one's not damaged like the other one was. So everything comes off like you're supposed to, but making a mess though. And I just lost the screw. So anyway, this one here works correctly. It came right off nice and simple and easy. So now you go ahead and just rebuild this easily. You put a new screw in here, it screws right in, there's no damage. The other one is damaged a little bit, I gotta fix it. So you can see how that comes off pretty easy. I could have drilled a lot quicker, but when you drill a lot quicker, you have less control, and you can drill right through the slider and screw it all up. So once again, you don't want to be doing that crap. All right, so now this is what we got to work on here. So you can still see the washers in there, and there's no damage to the fork slider at all. So that's what you want to do. So these are all ready to be cleaned up. You got to take this washer out, put a new washer in it, and we're going to put the stock length fork tubes in here, which we don't have right now. Or I found a brand new, or not a brand new, a good set of used ones to put on. So original ones. So we'll put the original tube back on this thing and make it back to stock. And we'll put a new set of seals in this end, or he's actually going to do it. I'm making him work. So he needs to learn how to work on his own bike. And so I'll go ahead and tighten these up here because he's kind of gun shy about torquing these down. So anyway, I'll show him how I do it. Anyway, that's how you get them apart. So whenever you have a bad set of screws, the easiest thing to do is do it this way, drill it, pull it off, and take it out. It comes out easy. Otherwise, you wind up just screwing a bunch of Allens up, and then eventually the bolts running out, you're screwed, you're all frustrated. It's just easier just to take it apart, drill it, boom, done. All Allen bolts are like that. You know, like disc brake rotors, all that stuff. That's how I get disc brake rotors off. Torx head screws, same thing with Torx heads all rounded off. Drill through it, the head pops off, the disc comes up. You just unscrew with your fans easily, or a pair of vice grips, and you unscrew right out. It's real simple, so it's not too hard to do it. Everybody thinks it's hard to do this stuff, but if you just figure out how to do it, it's not too bad. So, all right, that's it for this. So back to more important stuff.